So this is just a little bit about where I work, where I live, one of the places where I work to start with. So hopefully it's only a short video, but hopefully you'll enjoy, and I'll explain more to you later. So I've showed you this before. This is where I live. It's a pub which is owned by our company called Somewhere Else, as you can probably all see. It's quite a cool name for a pub because everybody's like, oh, where are we going to go? Oh, let's go somewhere else. Well, there's actually a destination now. And it's amazing. It's a sports bar. They do a lot of live events in there. There are football, rugby, cricket, tennis, Formula One, any kind of sporting event that's on. Horse racing, obviously Cheltenham's coming up, the Gold Cup, so that's always going to be quite busy. So just a different slight look here when the lights are on. It is a nice bar and they do really good food in here, excellent cocktails. It's always quite trendy at the weekend. So we go up the stairs here to the first floor, and this is kind of the bit where I live. I get to live here sort of for the period that I'm at home. So you go past the loos, there's a function room here on the right, more loos, and then we go into my apartment here. So it's actually a 3-bedroom apartment. There are 2 rooms upstairs. This is the kitchen. It's not been really used that much for a while, so it does need a bit doing to it, but it's okay. Temporarily it's okay. So I've got a sleep work here. Basically it's just sleeping, working. So this is typically how my day starts. So as you can see, we have a selection of coffee. So this one here is number 5, strength 5, quite strong. First thing in the morning, pick you up. Throughout the day, this one is a strength 4, but it is a stronger flavour of coffee. So that depends on where I am as to what I want. I'm going to have one of those this morning, and then my juice. This is just my coffee pot where I put my spoon. So we'll start, put the kettle on, and then we have to decide what we want for breakfast. So we decide what we want for breakfast. So do we go for toast or do we go for croissant? These are both M&S, Marks and Spencer's. So I'm going to go with the croissant, some jam and butter. So these ones basically sit on top of your cup. You fill it up. It's like an individual filter cup. I had a lot of these on my boat when I first left and went away. They're amazing. These ones are Rombouts, so you can also get the Tesco ones, but they stopped doing them and I stopped buying them because the bottom bit was plastic. These ones are 100% biodegradable, compostable, which is good. Kettle's boiled, literally. Put it right up to the top and just leave it, let it filter through. Beautiful. Got some good stuff here. You see it says M&S. Love at first bite, and it really is. Okay, we'll get the jam. You can't beat Bon Maman jam. This one's there, more fruit, less sugar. While strawberry is actually really nice. And a good bit of French butter. Do you see the French connection coming on here? No. I love France. That's nearly there. So the croissant should be ready by now. Yeah, look at that, beautiful. That's breakfast. Coffee's coming along nicely. Notice the mug from the Cotswold Distillery where I work. Nearly there. So when it's finished draining, literally goes in the bin. Milk. And that is how I start my day. Delicious. Should all recognise that name. Cirencester. So this is where the magic happens. It's our office. This is where it all happens. So Phil's not here. There she is. Oh, tasting day today. The table's out.
8 o'clock should be ready. 8 o'clock should be ready.
So there you have the delivery trucks. So this warehouse here is full of whiskey. It's all maturing. So we do have multiple plant barrels waiting to be washed, bottling area. When I said multiple plants, I actually meant storage. So this section here is where they make the gin and the rum. And over there, he's just built wetlands so that all the disused water that comes from the distillery gets recycled and comes back in. Obviously this is the distillery, it's the cafe, distillery cafe. Although people don't really tend to sit outside at the moment, so it's too cold. Like this morning's -1, fast fetched from 30 degrees. But yeah, it's kind of like one of the units where I'm working. This is a lovely unit, this is. We'll take you through the front doors. So we're open, so we've got the folks here. So it's a nice place. Morning, it's Kerry. Alfie's hiding.
Hello, Nita.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Living the dream, thanks. Although I had to defrost my car this morning, which made me late.
So you have seen this in a previous video, but these are the stills, these are the gin stills. They're quite nice. And I'll take you through to the shop. This is where they have their whiskey.
Hey!
Morning.
Morning.
So they sell it all, tasting goes into here. So when they've done a tour, they'll come in here and they do a tasting. So you get to taste all the products that you've been through. So they're all lined up ready. All the whiskies, the gins, and the rum. I've been gutted I didn't get any of the rum. The rum disappeared. So bring your own barrel. Bring your own bottle, sorry. Fill it up from the barrel. Lots and lots of gin. How are you?
Doing great, how about you?
Yeah, wonderful. Very. So there we go. Say hello. Okay, so this is where we're going to work today. We're here at the Cotswold Distillery. This is the kitchen. That's where I am today, in the kitchen. Pizza section, pizza oven, prep stations. And this is where all the food goes, with the little hatch to the boys out the front. And it's quite busy, it's getting busy, it's a Saturday. As you probably gathered by now, I'm back in the UK. So I decided to come back early because I'd spent a lot of time at the beginning of the season, back in October when I first came over, doing DIY on my boat, as you can see from my previous videos. So once I fitted the windlass, I decided then to paint the V-berth, do some work on the shelving, etc. So I was probably spent about another 2 months actually sort of doing all my DIY, as opposed to actually sailing up the channel. And when it came time to sail, because I'd always planned on coming back this year, but it probably wasn't going to be until sort of April, May time, to give them a hand at work and to top up the coffers. But I didn't want to go up the island chain and have to sort of spend kind of like, you know, a day here, a couple of days there, a couple of days here, a couple of days there. And I'd spend much more money than I'd anticipated at the beginning. So it just made sense to cut the trip short, come home, make some money, and then I can go back early. So my theory is if I go back early, it's kind of like August time, then I can spend a little bit more time, sort of, a few weeks getting the boat ready. By that time, that will take me towards the end of hurricane season, and then I can carry on up the island chain as I want to and do a lot more discovering than what I have done previously. So that is kind of like the plan. So I just wanted to explain to you all so you understand where we are and what we're doing. And hopefully, things will go from there. So I have been working. I bought myself a new car. Got a Ford Mondeo Estate. Very exciting, not. But hey, it gets me around. It was cheap. I will show it to you. But it's parked on the road at the moment because I've got to tax it and insure it before I can actually sort of get around and drive it. So that's all good. So we're all kind of like mobile, ready to go. Do some work over the summer. I'll keep you up to date on what we're doing and where we are. But very exciting. At the moment, it's snowing. You believe it? It's actually snowing. 2nd of March and it's snowing. Hey ho, far cry from the 30 degrees of being in the Caribbean. But anyway, that's where we are at the moment. Just wanted to let you all know. So hopefully, I know it's only a little bit of a short video, but here's a bit about the journey, where we are, what we're doing, and we'll see you all soon.